okay, so some people might misunderstand this, right? So when I say that Satan wanted to separate from the whole and that was us, like us believing we're separate, that doesn't mean not to be your own individual human being, like your own unique personality or your own unique perspective. That's not what that means. Let me explain. So think about this. What is the source on a human level? Because as above, so below. On a human level, what is the source of all of your suffering truly? I mean, you could say it's something out there, something over there, but truly it's not knowing yourself. That's the source of all your suffering. Okay? So on a grand scale, Satan leaving the hole was because he didn't know himself. But it's ultimately you, remember that. But the thing about this is you can still be your own individual perspective, because you got to think about this. Satan, which is the perspective of duality, it's just a perspective. It's not telling you not to be an individual. It's a perspective of duality, meaning you're separate from the whole, meaning you don't think of on a human level the wholeness being God, right? If you're separate from your wholeness, you're in the entirety of your being, you're going to suffer. If you're in the duality of the ego, you're going to suffer. So still be your own unique person, right? This isn't telling you for us all to be the exact identical being because we're all one. That's not what this is saying, right? So it's just a perspective. It's a realization of oneness. While the unique perspectives are still all there, but it's a realization of the oneness of it all rather than the separateness. Okay, now the mind may take that and run with it in a completely different direction, like contradicting some principles here. Being your own unique perspective while still being aware of the oneness doesn't justify sin, because sin is a result of ignorance. So that doesn't mean, I'm a unique perspective, so I can just go murder 10 people because that's just my perspective, Like, that's not what it means, no. Because we often only do crazy things, like out of like the 7 deadly sins. We either fill voids within ourselves through lust and gluttony. We feel greed and envy because of something that we're lacking in ourselves. We feel angry. Like, all of these sins come from not knowing ourselves. So when you truly know yourself and you know the oneness, you're naturally going to not engage in those lower behaviors. You're going to react in a way to where you know your interactions with the people externally is a reflection and a realization of that which is what is within yourself, right? You're going to react with the field in that realization of oneness, if you've truly realized it, right? So realizing your own unique perspective doesn't mean just do whatever the hell you want because, hey, it's all God. Because I used to actually think that, but yeah, that's not what this means. So when you understand oneness, you'll act in accordance to that realization. So hopefully that made sense.